Am I focused on trusting or am I focused on knowing? This interaction between John the Baptist and Jesus had always confused me. Matthew 11 says, when John the Baptist, who was in prison, heard about the deeds of the Messiah, he sent his disciples to ask him, are you the one who is to come, or should we expect someone else? Let me pause. You would think out of anybody, John the Baptist knows that Jesus is the one. Like if you know your Bible story, right? John the Baptist is Jesus's cousin. John the Baptist was the forerunner, the one, the voice crying out in the wilderness, prepare the way of the Lord. Like John the Baptist, the story says, when he was in Elizabeth, his mom's belly, and Mary, his aunt, comes close with Jesus in her belly, like John the Baptist leaps. Like there's a connection there. You would think out of anybody, John the Baptist would know that Jesus is the Messiah. But now John's in prison. And he sends word, his disciples to ask Jesus, like, Jesus, are you the one? Are you actually the Messiah? Are you actually the one? Because you're not doing what we thought that you would do. Because Jesus, we at least thought you'd be like calling down fire. We thought you'd be killing the Romans. Like, I thought you would get me out of prison. Like, do you even care? Are you even the Messiah? Is what I believe my whole life, is that actually true? And Jesus replies to him by quoting Isaiah 61. That Jesus is fulfilling prophecy in Isaiah 61. And here's what he says. Jesus replied to the disciples, go back, report to John what you hear and what you see. The blind receive sight, the lame walk, those who have leprosy are cleansed, the deaf hear, the dead are raised, and the good news, everybody say good news. The good news is proclaimed to the poor. But then he says, blessed is anyone who does not stumble on account of me. What? Why would anybody stumble after hearing that? And it's because equally as important as what Jesus says he's fulfilling from Isaiah 61 is what Jesus does not say he's fulfilling from Isaiah 61. See if you can notice this. Isaiah 61:1. This is where Jesus was pointing back. He says, the Spirit of the sovereign Lord is on me because the Lord has anointed me to proclaim good news to the poor. He sent me to bind up the brokenhearted, to proclaim freedom for the captives and release from darkness for the prisoners. And Jesus leaves off the end part of that verse. And what he's saying is this, John, I am the Messiah. I'm doing what the Messiah does. But no, I'm not gonna get you out of prison. And blessed is the one who does not stumble on account of me. And you guessed it, that word for stumble is scandalon. Conjugated, blessed is the one who does not scandaliste because of me. What Jesus is saying is, blessed is the one who doesn't get offended when I don't do it just like you want me to do it. Blessed is the one who doesn't fall off the faith wagon when I don't meet your every need. Because what happens is when Jesus doesn't do what we want Jesus to do, there's this thing that rises up in our heart that says, are you really the Messiah or should we wait for another? Blessed is the one who doesn't get offended on behalf of me. When Jesus is saying is, John, can you still trust me even when you don't know why this is happening? Can you still trust me even when it doesn't make sense? And 3 chapters later, John is beheaded. Pastor Johnson, can you theologically exegete why that happens in the text? No, I have no clue. I have no clue. I have no clue why Jesus didn't just go send an angel like he did it for Paul and Silas. Why didn't he do it for John? I don't know. But come on, do you think John the Baptist opened his eyes up in heaven and was like, I demand to see the creator of heaven and earth and tell him why he was wrong to let this happen to me? Or did it all become clear in that moment? Was all of the pain swallowed up by glory? Romans 8:18. I consider that our present sufferings are not worth comparing with the glory that will be revealed in us.